Hello everyone, Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle, and I thought today we would take a premature look at the Mr. Olympia qualified bodybuilders list. This is, we're not that far away. Well, a couple of 100 days away from the Olympia. I understand that, but right around this time of year we get Olympia fever. It's so far away and you know, but besides that, this competitors list is shaping up, and with the installment there, you can see in the bottom, the new induction in the Olympia lineup, Charles Griffin. I thought now would be the perfect time because there's, count them, 15 bodybuilders. So I thought we would list all of these dudes off first of all, and then place them in groups of five in no actual particular order from 1 to 5, but we'll put them in, first, second, and third call out style, just where I can imagine that these guys will all place. But anyway, let's, for fun now, take a look at this list, beginning with Nick Walker, and we will show you a picture of them, and I will let you know how they qualified for the Mr. Olympia. Isn't that fun? There's nothing wrong with something that's fun, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody. Nick Walker, he placed 5th at the Olympia last year. And if you placed in the top 5 at the Mr. Olympia event, you are qualified for the following year. And that is why Nick Walker hasn't competed this year. I'm sure most of you do know that. But for newcomers to the sport or the game, hey, you might not know that. Nathan D'Asha is next on the list. He is from the UK. Fantastic bodybuilder. He was qualifying all over the place. He qualified at the Yamamoto. He qualified at the Arnold's Classics UK just last year, but it was a qualifier for this year. He was even qualified for last year. But anyway, high hopes that Nathan D'Asha makes it to the Olympia. Big Ramy, another one. High hopes that he makes it to the Olympia. He, much like Nick Walker, placed in the top 5. He won. But there's a different stipulation. If you win the Olympia, you are qualified, ding, 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 for life. For life. NWO. What you gonna do? Anyway, enough of my humor. This guy's next on the list. We have Brandon Curry, and like I said, Big Ramy, Mam de Spaye. He won the Olympia, so he's qualified for life. Brandon Curry, 2019, if you're paying attention. He qualified. Also, he placed in the top 5 last year, qualified there. And he won the Arnold's Classics, which is a pro show and a pro qualifier for the Olympia. 3 different ways this guy's qualified. So, he is locked, loaded, ready for bear. And I hope he is ready for Wolf, the Persian Wolf. Is that his name? Hadi Chupin. Oh my goodness. He placed in the top 3 last year. So within the top 5. And that's his story. Come on, I hope he takes it easy on those delts. I mean, he gets mad. He wanted to sue Dave Palumbo because he accused him of putting stuff in his delts. Or he just, it's obvious. It's obvious. Anybody that knows anything knows he's putting something in there. That's probably why he's not winning. So quit taking it so personal, Wolf, and take it easy on the petrol. Here, Hunter Labrada, he slipped in last year. He got 4th. More than slipped in, I guess. Beat Nick Walker. So that's his story. This is a more exciting story. Sean Clarita, 212 athlete, former 212 champion. Not just a 212 competitor. Placed 2nd last year. But anyway, he went up to the open class and took out a couple of big names at the Legion Sports Fest. And he earned his way to the Olympia. Defeated this guy, Regan Grimes. Maybe he was off. Regan Grimes, he competed a lot of times. This is him at the KO Pro or the Egypt Sports Fest or the Egypt Pro, what have you. Couldn't hardly find any pictures of that event. And it was maybe Regan's best showing. Defeated, oh gosh darn it, Shiban, and maybe even Samson, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And speaking of Samson Dauda, he qualified. He qualified at the Prague Pro. It's this picture here. Yeah, that was the Prague Pro. That was the Prague Pro. Hardly any pictures of that. He defeated quite a few good names, including Nathan Diasha, which we seen earlier. So look for Samson Dauda to really bring his best package. This is his Mr. Olympia debut. A couple of these guys, it will be their debuts. And Rafael Brandao, the Brazilian bomber, he qualified a couple of times. And he's a guy that is making his Mr. Olympia debut. Unpopular debut. It'll be a popular debut, I hope. Rafael Brandao. He qualified Romania, first and foremost. And then at the Anodes Classics, come on, either Brazil or South America, whatever you do prefer. It is like pie or cake. If you do not like either, then we cannot discuss anything further. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here is another qualified athlete. He qualified. This is Angel Calderon, 212 athlete. He stepped up with the big boys at the Big Man Pro. I believe that's what it was called. Not to be confused with the Mr. Big. The Mr. Big and the Big Man. A couple of funny names there. Anyway, 212 athlete, along with, who else is it? Sean Clarita. That'll be interesting to see where they land. Here is another guy making his Mr. Olympia debut. It will not be a debut for Angel Calderon, by the way. He competed in the 212 many times at the Olympia. But anyway, Joel Thomas, Toronto, Super Show. He defeated Quentin Beastwood. Close matchup there. Look at those calves on this man. They look like giant anteaters. Are they anteaters or big giant termite sacks? Anyway, very good. Very good. William Bonac from the Netherlands. He qualified. Of course, he had to qualify. He didn't get into the top 5 last year. So he qualified by winning the Boston Pro. Placing second at the Arnold Classic. I still say, well, we don't need to get into that right now. William Bonac, look how thick and complete this guy is. And I was going to say last but not least, it was last before I inducted Griffin. This is Blessing Awodibu. He is fantastic, making his Mr. Olympia debut. It is going to be a buzz in the air backstage. I'm telling you, all these guys debuting, losing their virginities, as far as this event's concerned. And last but not least, Charles Griffin. He has redemption on his mind. Well, I'm sure he has bringing his best package of all time on his mind. Charles Griffin, he just won the Cali Pro. Just won. Just last night? Just last night, I believe. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we will now divide these gentlemen up into groups of 5, and I will begin with, we'll say the third call-out guys, the guys that will land in 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14, and 15. So on and so forth. In no particular order, we have Blessing Awodibu, and I'm sure many of you are upset, confused about this, but guys, this is the Olympia. We have Angel Calderon next, 212 athlete. I believe he will land in this pack, along with Joel Thomas, the big newcomer. And this guy, I know, Rafael Brandao. But this is the Olympia. It's his debut. We will see. And with company like Charles Griffin, I mean, come on. This is an extremely competitive lineup. This would be a main event show. This would be the biggest show of the year. These 5. Anyway, let's go into the next tier, where I believe it'll be the 6th to 10th, beginning with big Nathan Diasha. And you can see, guys, there are levels here. Nathan Diasha, a very difficult bodybuilder to defeat when he is on. Samson Dauda. I believe Samson will be the guy that maybe breaks away from that pack of the Rafa Brandaos, the things of that nature. Blessing Awodibu. And we have Regan Grimes. he didn't look that good at the Boston, and I think that it was because he had prepping for the Olympia on his mind. I think he is going to bring his best package, and this is not his debut. So the jitters will not be there for this man. It will be, however, Samson's debut. Sean Clarita, he is a wild card. He could very well land below these guys, but I don't know. I think with his package, it is going to be very difficult to stand beside this rock-hard little bullet. Telling you guys, he defeated big name right beside him there, Regan. Anyway, next we have Hunter Labrada, and Hunter Labrada, a very big name. What I'm doing, putting Hunter Labrada in this grouping, maybe he got a gift last year. I don't know. I'm not saying he's not going to look good. I just think that the top 5 guys are going to really impress everybody. Now, let's take a look at that top 5, beginning with this dude here. And I'm sure that's William Bonac. I'm sure many of you were thinking, how could he place Bonac ahead of Hunter Labrada? I honestly think Bonac had an off year. Last year, he was off big time. And this year, I have just a sneaking suspicion that he is going to be on big time. Next, we have Nick Walker, who I believe will get some redemption for last year. And I believe that well, you guys know how I see it. Nick Walker, he could have easily placed 4th last year, in a lot of people's opinion. Big Ramy, the big question mark for this man. Will he even show up at the Olympia? I think so. And if it's lights out, it's lights out. It's lights out. He's going to win. But anyway, all politics aside, we have this man who got I don't want to call it a controversial victory. I don't want to take anything away from this man. Brandon Curry, he is your Arnold Classic champion. He will most certainly get into this pack, as well as Hadi Chupin. He has been in this pack for every year that he has competed. 2019, 20, 21. The list continues. I'm sure 2022 will be no difference. I mean, take a look, guys. This is a very impressive Mr. Olympia open class lineup. And we're still 200 days away. 200 days away. I might wait till tomorrow to post this. So anyway, we're not anywhere near the Olympia, and this is setting up to be the best Mr. Olympia that we've ever seen. Now keep in mind, guys, this is just my setup. I mean, there are some that in my opinion are set in stone. We will see Ramy, Brandon Curry, Hadi Chupin in that top pack. You could switch down Nick Walker and William Bonac. I would allow that. And from the middle pack, obviously, Hunter Labrada, he could squeak up. And you never know about Clarita, guys. You never know. Other than that, I don't see too many guys getting in that top pack. And, of course, in the middle pack, that could vary, I think. Other than Hunter, honestly, either one of those 4 could slip down into that last pack. And Blessing, he could shock. He could get up into the middle pack, as well as Rafa Brandao and, of course, Griffin. Those guys could sneak up into the middle pack, but you're not going to see them in that top pack. Like I said, there's only 3 set in stone, and we're not going to see them go into the middle, or definitely not into the lowest pack. Could you imagine that one? That would be news updates for years to come. But anyway, guys, this is just me being excited for the Olympia event, and it's so far away. Hit thumbs up on it if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be a great one, 2022. Have a great day.